Hello everybody, this is JT Productions and welcome back to another 2023 preview and prediction video. Today, I'll be doing the Cal Berkeley Bears. So, let's get right into it. Well, in 2022, California went 4-8 with losses to Notre Dame, Washington State, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, USC, Oregon State, and UCLA, with wins against Stanford, Arizona, UNLV, and UC Davis. So, not really a good season for Justin Wilcox. Now, let's just jump right into the roster to see what he's working with. Well, if I believe I've heard the name Jeremiah Hunter, a wide receiver. If I'm correct in my assumption, he is a pretty good receiver. They also got some transfers in Taj Davis, who's coming in from Washington, and Brian Hightower coming in from Illinois. So, a good additions. You also have Marvin Anderson. So, we'll see what happens with that. Tight end, you have JT Byron coming in from Oregon State, as well as Asher Alberding coming in from North Texas. Quarterback's a similar story. Sam Jackson is coming in from TCU, and you have NC State transfer Ben Finley, Ryan Finley's little brother, coming in. So we'll see who wins that starting job. And you also have a third transfer in Luke Botari coming in from Utah. So, we'll see who wins that starting job. I don't have a dog in it, so I don't really know. Running back, you have Jaden Ott, as well as some transfers in Byron Cardwell coming in from Oregon, as well as Justin Williams-Thomas coming in from Tennessee. You have some other transfers as depth. At offensive line, you had Matthew Wyckoff coming in from Texas A&M at the offensive guard spot. Besides that, you have all returning guys, so that's a plus. You got some chemistry there. On the defensive side, you have transfers in David Reese coming in from Florida. Seems like he's been there forever. You have Sergio Allen coming in from Clemson. You have Patrick McMorris, strong safety, coming in from San Diego State. And finally, we have two more. Noel Williams coming in from UNLV. And finally, you have Matthew Littlejohn coming in from Citrus College. Now, the rest of the defensive starters are returners. You have Brett Johnson, you have Ricky Correal, you have Jackson Simon, Miles Jernigan, Jeremiah Erbley, and Craig Woodson. No, really, that I particularly am finding familiar, but being that they are coming back for another year is a plus for that defense. So, with that being said, let's just go right to the schedule to see what's gonna happen. So, starting off their season, they play at North Texas, which is not an easy game by any means. I would say maybe an upset alert this early for a Group of 5 team beating a Power 5 team, but I will give Cal the benefit of the doubt, and I do have them winning this game. Next up, you play the Auburn Tigers at home. Now, this is going to be an interesting game. Whoever wins this game is going to be in 10 times better shape than the other. And Auburn's having to travel all the way across the country, but they also have a new head coach in Hugh Freeze, with a new quarterback in Peyton Thorne and a bunch of transfers. I do have you losing this game in primetime. However, I do think you'll give Auburn a fight. So, you start out 1-1 before playing Idaho at home, where I think you'll get a win. Then you're on the road at Washington. Now, I don't think you have any chance of winning. You have a chance, but I don't think you're going to win this game. Kalen DeBoer is going to have this team raring to go early in the season with Michael Penix Jr., Roma Dunze, and that offense. So I think you lose this game to go to 2-2. Then you play Arizona State. And Arizona State is a new head coach in Kenny Dillingham, but I think they're a little bit more talented than you. So I think that you lose this game here as well to go to 2-3. Then you play Oregon State, which I have stated is one of the most physical teams, I think, in the Pac-12. Well, you know what? I have you pulling an upset here. The Pac-12 is going to be very unpredictable, especially when you get past the top 3 teams. And I think DJ Uyunglele this early in the season, even though it's like week 6, I think he's still going to be prone to making mistakes like he did at Clemson. And I think that you catch them lacking here and get a big win to get back to 3-3. Then you play at Utah. At Utah is a very dangerous place to play in the Pac-12, and I think you lose this one. Cam Rising, Kyle Whittingham, all that. Coming out of the bye week, you play USC. You're going to lose that game. At Oregon, I have you losing that game. Then you play Washington State. Washington State, this is going to be an interesting game because, like I said, after the top 3 or 4 teams, any team could beat any team. But, let's see. I have you losing this game. I think Washington State with Cameron Ward, I think his name is going to have a lot, some similar success to last season. Maybe even get close and make a run at the Pac-12 title. Who knows? But I have you losing this game. Then you're at Stanford. Stanford, I think, is going to be probably the worst team in the Pac-12 this year. So I have you winning this game and then losing the next road game at UCLA. So there you go. Cal Bears, I think, are going to go 4-8 this year, which very similar to last year, I know, but he needs to build talent, and with having 3 different quarterbacks fighting for that starting job, it's going to be difficult, and it's going to be interesting for us to watch what happens with Cal. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and Go Dogs.